What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my Browns Eagles preseason week 2 recap. As the Browns didn't win, then again, they didn't lose, as they tied with the Eagles tonight by a final score of 18-18, as the Browns actually had a chance to go ahead late, as Cade York lined up for a 41-yard field goal after an Eagles penalty actually gave him a shorter chance after he had already missed the first one. And the dude went and missed another one. Yeah, he missed the first kick wide right. They gave him another chance, and he missed the second one a little bit to the left. And at this point, you have to wonder, is it all up in here for Cade? Because people have said that it's like he's scared to kick. You know, as a kicker, you got to be confident in your foot. And it seems like he's not. Now, of course, because Cade York, is that guy, he went out and made his first 3 kicks. And then when it comes to making the biggest one of the night, he misses. Because, of course, right? Yeah. Had us all thinking, I think he might have found it. And then he misses the biggest kick of the night. Twice. If I'm Kevin, I don't know how the hell you don't bring in another kicker this week. We cannot have this guy shanking kicks, especially late in games that could win you games in the regular season. You can't have him doing this in the regular season. Because, right now it's preseason. It doesn't matter. But you know what? If he does this in the regular season, you know what's going to happen? Browns fans are going to want him freaking cut the very next day. They're going to want him flipping burgers the very next day. It's the way we are. Because at this point, we're trying to win games. There's no more, whatever. No, we're trying to win games here. The pressure's on for the coaching staff. You cannot afford to have a kicker missing big kicks under pressure. You can't have that. So Kevin, Andrew, what are you going to do? Are you going to go out there and bring in another kicker to maybe light a fire under Cade York's butt? Or are you going to continue to try to believe in him and hope to God that he figures it out? So I'm telling you again, if you just have him on this roster by week 1, and we have a chance to win the game, whether it's week 1 or sometime down the line in the regular season, this dude goes out there and shanks the potential go-ahead kick, and we go on and lose? Oh my God. Ha ha ha. Just imagine what Brown's Twitter would be like if that happened, right? Yeah. Cade York shanks the potential go-ahead game-winning kick late in a big game, only to have us go down and lose. Oh, man. Brown's Twitter would be like Chernobyl. Oh, man. That would not be a place you want to be. Nope. Not at all. But luckily, it's preseason. But unfortunately for Cade, there's 1 week left. So really, you have 1 week to shake the hips. Because after next week, after Kansas City, it's go time. It's time to get real. So what is it, Cade? Huh? What you gonna do, Kevin? Andrew? Huh? It's up to you 3. Cade, Kevin, Andrew. Cade's gotta shake the yips. Kevin and Andrew might have to work with them and maybe bring in another kicker. We'll see what they do. Now, you look at the rest of the team, and they did pretty good tonight. DTR, of course, got the start He went 13 of 25, 164 yards, did not throw any touchdowns, and also didn't throw any interceptions. He did get sacked one time, though. Kellen Mond came in for the second half. He went 12 of 24, 126 yards, threw for a really nice touchdown to Austin Watkins, who has been balling this preseason. And he did not throw any interceptions, and he did not get sacked at all. On the ground, Demetric Felton led the way with 7 carries, 36 yards. John Kelly had 8 for 20. Jordan Wilkins got his first action as a Brown. Of course, we signed him earlier this week. Former Colt and Titan. He had 3 carries and 18 yards. Played kind of a little bit in the fourth quarter. DTR had 4 carries, 18 yards. And that's really it. I mean, Hassan Hall had 8 for 16 as well. Now, through the air, it was all Austin Watkins, as he continues to show us that he deserves to make this roster. Not even talking about like practice squad. He needs to be on the 53. There's no way we can slip him through waivers because he's going to get picked up. He is. It's the way it is. He's balling out. 7 receptions, 139 yards, and a touchdown. And on that touchdown, he literally bobbled the ball, brought it in, and tightrope down the sideline for a touchdown. And then he hit a pretty nice gritty in the end zone. Cedric Tillman had 2 receptions, 50 yards. Anthony Schwartz, believe it or not, had 4 receptions for 33 yards, which isn't too bad until you look at the amount of targets. Yeah, 10 targets, 4 receptions for Mr. All Speed, No Hands. Mike Harley had 2 for 16. Demetric Felton had 3 for 12. Yeah, okay. In terms of defense, we had 6 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, 5 passes defended, 9 quarterback hits. Sacks were registered by the likes of Tanner McAllister, who had 1. Caleb Biggers had half a sack. Lonnie Phelps had a sack. Jeremiah Martin had half a sack. Mo Hurst had another sack. Chuck Wiley and Tommy T each had a sack as well. Yeah, I truly think Mo Hurst is going to be on the 53-man roster. That dude is looking real nice. I've always heard that he's been really good. It's just he can't stay healthy. And we're seeing that firsthand. He is a dog, straight up. And Ronnie Hickman had another interception tonight. So he continues to build his resume and show us why he deserves to make this roster. And then, like I said, Cade York made his first 3 kicks. Missed the most important one. He also made the 1 extra point, too. Yeah, he's got to do something, man. We can't have that in the regular season. We really can't. Because all we need is for Deshaun Watson and company to drive us down the field late in a big game, have us thinking, oh yeah, we're winning this thing. They're driving down the field to set us up for a game-winning field goal, only to have Cade York miss it. So I'm telling you, right now, if that happens, and knowing us, it would happen, Browns fans would want him flipping burgers by the very next day. They would damn near go into the locker room and carry him out and put him in a freaking Uber and send him home themselves. They would pretty much give him a pink slip themselves. Like at this point, it has to be mental for him. It has to be. There's no other explanation. Right? But, other than him, the rest of the team looked good. Defense was getting after it. Offense was moving the ball really well. Even Mond was moving the ball really well too. Now, as far as my post-game observations, number 1, DTR cooked again, of course. He's been looking real nice. He could honestly be QB number 2 at some point. But I think it'll be Dobbs. But yeah, you never know. And then, like I said, Mond is mid as... Yeah, I don't swear, so he's mid AF. Number 2, Diabate and Hickman are dogs. those two just kept making plays, especially Diabate. We might be seeing number 43 on the team again. Yeah. I knew that dude had the dog in him. And it's showing. Yep. I bet you he will be on the roster in some capacity, whether it's the final 53 or he'll be on the practice squad. He will be on this team. I'll be shocked if he isn't. The only thing that could stop him, knock on wood, is injury. That's the only thing stopping him at this point. So hopefully he can stay healthy and he'll make this team. Number 3, Austin Watkins, wide receiver 6. I mean, you look at our receiving core as it currently stands. I mean, you obviously have the main 4. Amari, DPJ, Elijah Moore, Cedric Tillman. After that, who's going to take the final 2 spots? I mean, honestly, Marquise Goodwin, I think, is pretty much safe. But when's he going to be back? He's currently fighting through blood clots. So until he comes back, that's what, 2 wide receiver spots that are kind of open at this point? David Bell, I think he could take one. Austin Watkins, I think he could take one too. That leaves essentially Anthony Schwartz, Jalen Darden, who's been injured, Mike Harley, Michael Woods, who's injured, and Jalen Wayne. What about Jakeem Grant? I think Jakeem is going to be our return man. I'll be shocked if we see him at receiver at any point this year. I think he's going to be our return man. And until Marquise gets back, I think he'll be our little bit of speed too. But yeah, we'll see what they do at receiver. It's going to be a very interesting position battle. And then, of course, number 4, Cade. God. That was my thought when I saw him shank that potential go-ahead kick. Not once, but twice. And of course, originally I thought he made the second one. Because I saw them kind of like, looked like they were celebrating. But I think it was just a little encouragement from the holder. Because, yeah, shanking 2 kicks back to back after the Eagles just gave you a second opportunity, man, that'll kill your confidence. Especially right after we made the first 3, too. I don't know about Cade anymore. I don't know. If you're Andrew Berry, you have to at least think about bringing in another kicker. Just to give Cade a little competition. Maybe light a fire under his butt. Because honestly, he's been going through camp knowing that the spot's his. Right? They brought in another punter for Corey Bojorquez. Why couldn't they bring in another kicker for Cade to go against, right? It's getting crazy at this point. But we'll see what they do heading into the Chiefs game next week. Now, my game MVP, you guys should already know who it's going to be. Austin Watkins. Yeah, dude went off this week. And if you ask me, I will be shocked beyond belief if he doesn't make the team. I'll be shocked. But knowing these guys, anything can happen. So, with that being said, that's pretty much all I got for you. Of course, I had to go on a little rant about our lovely kicking situation. As always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. And I'll be live tomorrow for one of the Guardians and Tigers games. Probably the second one. There's a doubleheader tomorrow. So, hope you guys tune in for that. But with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Have a good rest of your night. Go Browns. And I'm out. But yeah, Cade York, you better figure it out, buddy, because you're running out of time. Running out of time. But yeah, bye-bye, guys.